In this session, we are going to learn about saving an Excel document. Now, this is something that I am going to recommend you highly as you go deeper and deeper inside this course, as you get into various features and start creating your own workbooks, adding data to it, creating spreadsheets and pivot table and so on. And here I would recommend you to regularly save your documents, so that you want to make sure that nothing goes wrong, nothing crashes, and you don't want to lose your work, So let's jump into the save command. Now it's pretty simple, though. Before we do that, let me write something on the Excel spreadsheet. Let me write, I wish to save my workbook. Okay. Now to save this Excel workbook, all I need to do is to go to the top left file tab. Once you click on the file tab, you would see a lot of links coming up to the left of your screen. We would discuss the other links later on. Now there are two links up here, which is save and save as. Now if you click save, you might be surprised to see the save as window opening. Now this happens because this is a brand new document and you have not saved yet. So when you are saving a file for the first time, you are saving your workbook for the first time, save and save as command is all the same. So if you click save, the save as window opens. Now where do I save? It gives you an option for different location. You can directly save it to the cloud, OneDrive, or you can save it in the local machine. Now in this case, let me go to the browse section, and let's say I would like to save it on my desktop. Let me give a name out here, my first workbook. Okay. Now when you save this document, you would see save as type. Now this, by default, the document would save as an Excel workbook with an extension of XLSX. Now if you have a version prior to 2007, you might see the same thing being written as XLS. Post 2007, Microsoft has added an extra X to the extension, not only for Excel but for all other applications that MS Office has. So a Word document has now become DOCX from DOC, a PowerPoint has become PPTX from PPT, but basically they are all the same. One more thing that I would like to add out here is that if you work on the drop down menu, you have other options as well. You can save this file into different file types. You can save it as a PDF, you can save it as an XPS document and all, but for the time being we would go with the default function. So once I save it, my workbook is saved on the desktop. Now let me open this workbook. So this is my workbook. Now I am going to show you what happens if you use the save command from here on. Now what happens is that once you have saved the document, and from the next time when you use the save command, it basically overwrites your existing work and saves the current version of the it overrides your previous version and it saves the current work that you are doing. Now for example, I add a statement out here, I wish to save my workbook again. Now I have added a statement, and let me remove this statement. Now if I go to the file menu and click on save, what you are going to notice is that now the save as window will not open, it just saves. So what happens, what has happened now? If I go back and open my workbook, what I see is that my previous statement is not there, it has been overwritten and my current work has been saved. Now here comes the work of the save as function. Now let me write another statement. I wish to test save as function. Okay. Now what save as does is, if you click save as, it gives you a similar screen that you had seen the first time you had used save. Now again I will go to browse. Now here I have been given an option to save my document by renaming it. So if I wish to keep my original work as well as the current work in a separate file, I have the option to do that. So now what I am going to do is, my second workbook, let me name it as my second workbook, and I am saving it in the same location, that is on my desktop right there. Let me close this. Now see, here is my current work. So my current work, or the current thing that I have my previous statement as well as my latest statement. So this was already there, this sentence was already there. I had added to this, I had added a new sentence and pressed save as. So this is a different workbook, it has been saved as a different workbook. Now if I go back to my original file, see, the original statement is here, the added work is not there. So basically you can keep your original document, or you can add on, you can keep original document, and as well as along with it whatever additions you do, you can keep on saving it as different files, different workbook. So this is the basic difference between save and save as. Now what I would advise you to do is, go open as many worksheets as you can, open, write something, save the workbook, use the save as command and use it as many times as possible. If this does not contain any relevant data, you can later delete it. But what happens in this process is that you keep on practicing the save and save as button until you become master of it. So let's meet in the next section.